Dragon Ball Super episode 67 is now officially in the history books, and today guys we're going to go ahead and talk about Dragon Ball Super episode 68 in terms of what we expect to see on November 27th. Now again guys, keep in mind this video will be a prediction video, more or less a speculative video, and again guys, if you guys have any theories or speculations of your own to leave, then drop them down below. Speculations and theories are made to be either right or wrong, so of course if you guys have anything to add, drop your comments down below. We finally have the conclusion of the Future Trunks story arc. Zamasu is finally gone, and now we're moving on to another arc. We're moving on into some filler episodes before December 18th debuts, with the obvious information that we've gotten with Hit coming back. So we have lots to talk about here, and first and foremost, I want to get your thoughts on episode 67, because thus far there's been lots of mixed reactions. So going into next week's episode, we see how everyone is clinging on to Shenron, I'm guessing to make a specific wish. Everyone is literally there, from Beerus to Gohan and Pan looks a little sick. I don't know if it's just me here, but judging based on the episode preview, she does look to be a little sick per se, because we see how Gohan emerges from his house a little serious, and we see how Pan looks like she's having a hard time breathing, and we also get to see how Beerus seems to crush something as he's talking to Goten and Trunks per se, so I don't know what the boys are going to be up to. And we also get to see how Android 18 is also there, and she seems to have a giant briefcase full of money, and Master Roshi falls down, and Goku, the way he's narrating, he's saying, whoa, 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 like everyone wants their wish to be granted, like what the hell's going on here? So obviously enough, Goku said in the episode preview that he made a promise to King Kai that he was going to revive him, which was why he gathered the Dragon Balls. So Goku gathered the Dragon Balls by himself, and he wants to make up for that promise. He wants to go ahead and wish for Kaio-sama to come back, which is very noble of Goku, considering the fact that he was the one that brought Cell to his planet, and once that went boom, that's ultimately Goku's fault, because he could have took Cell anywhere else but to his planet. So I'm guessing that Goku wants to make up for it, so he's going to be wanting to revive King Kai. Now again, prepare yourself for filler, guys. Lots and lots of filler between next week and a few weeks after that, up until December 18th. That's when we're going to be getting some really nice and juicy stuff. So up until that point, guys, expect to see some filler. Expect to see certain things occur here and there. But for the next 2 to 3 episodes, expect to see lots of filler. And judging based on your comments, guys, a lot of you guys seem to be a little two-sided about this. Some of you guys liked this episode. Some of you guys hated this episode, that being episode 67. So it pertains to the Omni King now finally having a friend. Yes, he has a best friend now, and that being himself from the future. So that seems to be a little odd. I wonder how that's going to work out, because a lot of you guys seem to say that they're going to have disagreements with each other because of the whole who's really going to be in charge kind of thing, because I really doubt that both Omni Kings are going to want to split power. But again, going into next week's episodes, expect to see something subtle, expect to see something very mellow, and I do think that everyone's going to be arguing on the idea of getting their wish granted, which I think is going to be the main focus next week, is to see who's going to get their wish granted. We have everyone there, from Master Roshi to 18 to Gohan to Piccolo to Krillin to Beerus to Goten and Trunks and Vegeta and Goku. Everyone's going to be there, and I'm really curious as to what, someone like Master Roshi's going to want to wish for. Probably like a bunch of Playboy magazines. Some of them want to be rich and famous. We see Pilaf, who's like lodged into like the side of a building, so I wonder who slapped him up and just smacked him into the building. We see everyone's there, so Shu, Mai, Shu, and everyone else. So I think that primarily focusing on the Northern Supreme Kai next week is going to be a very pivotal moment, and I don't think that it's going to play a huge role into what's going to happen in the next arc. However, with everyone talking about Shenron and his powers and stuff, who knows, we might get to see more than 2 wishes be granted here, maybe even 3 wishes. But the primary question that I want to ask you guys is, what about Gohan? What are your overall thoughts on Gohan? Do you guys believe that at some given narrative that Gohan is going to be adapting and training again? Do you guys believe that Gohan is going to have any sort of like significant role going into the future? Because I think that Gohan ought to be one of the primary focuses in the next arc, because this arc was primarily focused around Trunks and his timeline and Goku Black and everyone else. And even towards the very end, as we see Mai and Trunks leaving, I think that this ought to wake Gohan up, because we get to see how Piccolo and Gohan were flying up in the sky, and we get to see how Gohan, I believe, was training in essence, and that's going to make Gohan a lot better as a person, because Gohan having to say goodbye to Trunks really really meant a lot to him, because we get to see how, you know, Trunks was crying towards the very end as Gohan said bye to him. So that really meant a lot to Trunks, especially, you know, as he looked up to Gohan as a mentor, and he wants Gohan to protect the world, and we see how Trunks is crying. So my question to you guys is, do you guys believe that Trunks is ever going to come back to see Gohan much improved than how he was before? And especially towards the very end, I mean, Gohan was like, goodbye, you know, farewell, and we see how Trunks was looking at him as future Gohan, you know, like being the protector and stuff. So do you guys believe that Gohan is going to have any sort of like significant role going into the next arc, now realizing that, you know, everything that happened in the future could have resulted of being happening in the past and stuff? So I think that Gohan is definitely going to wake up now and train for sure. I really doubt that this is going to be something to where Gohan's going to sit back again and just goof off, especially with Trunks leaving and stuff. But also, in terms of Goku and Vegeta, I think that Vegeta's definitely going to go back to training next episode. He's going to go back into the gravity room and train some more. In terms of Goku, I really doubt that Goku is going to let Vegeta surpass him in terms of power. So I do think that he's definitely going to want to train again. But that, I mean, this is all up in the air. Like, everything boils down to December 18th, because that's when the next arc is scheduled to begin, and we're going to have more of a clarity as to what's going on with Hit, who places the assassination order on Goku, and we're going to be finding out a bunch of new stuff. So I think now, so more than ever, they need another person there to help them. So I think Gohan ought to be that person. But then again, a lot of us have been clinging on to Gohan for a long time, and having to see him by the end of this episode kind of looking like he was in his ultimate form kind of gave everyone a little bit of hope. But again, in terms of next week's episode, don't expect anything crazy. I expect lots of comedy and lots of, you know, just fun between all the characters, especially even going into the episode where Champa is going to come and play baseball. That's going to be a sight to behold, because here you have the God of Destruction who's coming from the 6th universe to challenge everyone to a baseball game. And assumingly enough, I think that he's going to lose. And we see Yamcha in his baseball gear in the scans. So Yamcha's going to be playing baseball against Champa. Is going to be funny as hell. But next week's episode, guys, it's going to be the Wish. So comment down below as to what you guys believe is going to happen, or at least it pertains to the other wishes, because I still do believe that more than one wish is going to be made. Hence why Android 18 was so happy to see her briefcase light up full of money and gold or whatever. So I do think that Android 18 is going to make her wish to get more money and stuff, which I do think is going to happen. But then again, it pertains to anyone else, from Roshi to Tien to anyone else. I'm not entirely sure if their wish is going to be granted. I do think that perhaps maybe Gohan's going to want to wish for something with Pan, because I'm still stuck on the idea that Pan seems to be a little sick. Judging based on her expression, she seems to have like a fever or something, so maybe Gohan's gonna wish for her to get better or something, who knows. But leave your thoughts down below, and what are your overall thoughts on the conclusion of this arc? What were some of your favorite moments? Are you guys gonna be missing Zamasu by any chance? Are you guys gonna miss Zamasu or Goku Black or anyone else? Because I sure am. I think I still stand on my opinion that Zamasu and Goku Black were the best villains in Dragon Ball so far, based on their demeanor, based on their philosophy, based on the way they carry themselves, and based on raw strategy, one being immortal and the other one bearing unlimited potential for his powers, and having to put that together makes a very dangerous duo. And so, I mean, going into the next arc, if someone's gonna put like a hit on Goku, and we have Hit who's gonna accept the offer, it's gonna be really interesting to see how he's gonna go about things, because we do have the Omni tournament coming up, and I'm not sure now, based on the idea that we have 2 Zenos in charge, how that's even going to go about. But I think that going into the next arc, every single filler moment that we have here may or may not affect it. I don't really think it's going to play too much of a role, but I think that everything that we're going to be seeing in the next 2 to 3 weeks is going to play a major role as to what may happen in the upcoming arc, per se, in terms of reviving people or using the Dragon Balls or whatever the case may be. But comment down below, guys, what are your overall thoughts going into next week, and what are your overall thoughts on what we saw tonight and what we're going to be seeing in the future from now? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Again, thank you guys for watching. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome Dragon Ball daily content. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys love Dragon Ball in general, make sure to slap a like on this video, guys. Share your thoughts down below. Tune in for more, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below, because tomorrow we're going to be doing the live stream, and we're going to be talking about this all live tomorrow. Again, not too much to expect here. Don't expect anything of a revelation to happen next week or any of that, because we still have more to see and follow up as the weeks go on by. But share your thoughts down below, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be seeing you all later. Take it easy, guys, and God bless. Peace.